Were you ever into like the big Pottery Barn era where, I mean, I would get just all the catalogs all the time and be obsessed with them. I think that's probably still a thing. Not so much for me anymore, but I remember getting the catalogs and always making knockoffs of similar stuff. And I know that's not too great, but it's also great when you have a budget and you can still make them for a lot cheaper, right? These are one of those projects that I did years ago and I'm resurrecting because it's coming back in style. I think I did it like 15 years ago, maybe. That really aged me. But they are coming back. And so it's a super easy way to bring back a really cool, classic, traditional look into your decor. So I'm Alicia from thriftyandchic.com, and today I am going to share with you how to make a really easy moss topiary. Okay, so for your supplies, you obviously need some sort of moss ball. These ones, I think I got from Hobby Lobby. They have lots of options at different stores. So these ones, I believe are from Hobby Lobby. This was one of my favorite ones. Hobby Lobby has a similar one, but this one is from a store that I bought from years ago. That is no longer around. And I actually have two of these, but I could only find one, so it makes me sad. This is the one I'll probably use. I'm just showing you options. If you'd want to do a smaller topiary, this would be another one that you could use. These are like, I think these ones are, I actually don't know where these ones are from, probably from Hobby Lobby as well. But you can find lots of different types of things like this online or in any craft store. Next is to get something to put it in, like a vase or whatever. So in the past, I've used just like the throwaway vases and I've covered them. And I'm going to show you how to do that today, but I'm going to use one of these. I'm not sure which ones. So this one is just from some broken one that I had. This one is obviously a terracotta one. You could do this and not have to cover it. You'll have to cover it like probably with moss in the bottom if you're using any of these and not doing the next step. Or you could do a really pretty one. I found this down in my basement. I wish I could tell you where I found it in real life, but there's lots of ones that look just like this. And so, wow, this was only $3, you guys. I wish prices were like this today. I admit it. I bought this one a long time ago, but this used to be $3. Isn't that crazy? That was like full price. Anyway, and also you're going to want some sort of stick. I've used bamboo in the past. This one is just one of the really small dowels that I will be cutting. And I already painted it. I might paint it black depending on what it looks like. So you'll want to probably get spray paint or some sort of paint for your dowel. And you could go thicker if you want. It's just the thicker you go, the harder it's going to get to put into one of these. And then you're going with styrofoam, maybe some rocks too, if you want to try to weigh it down. And if you want to finish it off, get some ribbon. One last thing, if you're going to do it the way I'm going to do it, you don't have to, but it gives you that traditional type of topiary look, would be to get some cut burlap. And then we'll get some tie to do that. And so I found this burlap that I actually had turned into a placemat years ago. And obviously it's not in great condition, but it'll work for what we're going to do today. Okay, so these are our basic supplies, besides knife and scissors, which we're going to want. First step is going to take some styrofoam and we are going to kind of just eye it. I might just do it this way actually, because I don't need it to look pretty. I'm going to just force it in there. Probably need about that much. And cut it. I need less than that actually. I can cut it and hope I don't ruin my tablecloth and push it in. So that's it and done. Now next is to decide how long I want my dowel. So if I put it in here, try to put it in right in the middle, otherwise it's going to get wonky. And I eye this. I'm not going to want it before. I had it so tall. I think I'm going to do it, so you guys could see it. Maybe kind of shorter this time, in fact, maybe like to right there. So I'm going to have to try to cut this. All right, here we are. Sorry, from a different angle. So this actually just snapped off. I just got the knife and it kind of just did it a little bit and then just snapped in. And I actually like that it is a little jagged because that's going to help the next step. So as I said, this is probably about, I don't know, 10 inches, maybe give or take. And now I'm going to try to try to put this into the ball, okay? And a lot of it will have to be trying to get past all the moss. Just decide how far I want it in there. It's a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be, but we're going to see what it looks like in the next step. So let's grab this. We're going to put it on here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of try to put it in the middle. As I said, mine's already been cut and frayed. Actually, it fits perfectly. I did not plan this, you guys. But now you see this, I feel like this is a little too short. So I might do this again and make this longer, or I could pull this up a little bit. I think when you pull it up more, it risks being a little bit more uneven. This one I already went all the way down, so if we pull this up a little bit more, now let's see if that's better. I want to be able to put the bow on it. So this would totally work if this is the look you were going for. Not the look I'm going for. But this size would be actually perfect if you had put it in like another, if you were just to leave it in this and put moss in it, or if you were to like do something like this. But I'm not going for that. So let's make this a tidbit longer. In fact, I'm wondering if this other size is the perfect size. And it's jagged because that's where I cut. So I'm going to put it back in here and make it a lot, especially the longer you go. Oh my goodness. Yep. There we go. Come on, keep going. This might be too tall. Woo! Yep. So the higher you go, the thicker you're going to need this. This is why one time I used bamboo. It was the best thing. It was just like a little thing of bamboo, but it wasn't like flimsy like this. So I might not be able to go much taller than this. So I'm going to actually take this out and I'm going to break it to be not as short as this one, but a little bit taller. So if I were to do this, yeah, see, it snaps just so beautifully. Great. I might have to switch out my styrofoam since I poked it a couple times. Oh, perfect. Okay. Now we're ready. This is super easy. It just takes a minute to figure it out. I need to get some jute. I'm going to cut it. So that will be for this next step. This is a part, as I said, you can miss if you don't want to get that like old school PB look. And you just fold this up like this. And then we're going to get this, tie it around it. And I don't care that this is a bow or nothing. I'm going to not keep it nice looking. You can make it a bow and make it really pretty, but I don't care that much. I'm going to actually just cut it because it's already kind of crazy. Normally probably wouldn't fray it this much either. This isn't quite my style, but it's what I had on hand without doing extra work. So there it is. Next, we would do a bow. This bow, I don't actually know how it's going to look with the jute. So let's, or not the jute, with the hemp. So let's enjoy this. Not the hemp, what is it? Burlap. I mean, I think it's made out of jute and hemp, right? So it works. Let's enjoy this and let's see what it looks like with a bow. I think I'm going to do it right there. We're going to tie this. Nice and cute. We'll see if it looks good. Actually, it kind of looks fun without the bow tied. I might leave it like this, but let's see what it looks like with it actually as a bow. I feel like a little bit it's competing with the burlap when we do this way, but there you go. Super easy. This is the moss part of the topiary, and putting like two of these together, symmetrical in areas, doing different sizes would be super cute as well. All right, you guys, which one do you prefer? And I actually don't think the sticks need to be painted at all. If you wanted to leave it just bare and skip that step, do it. Otherwise, I think it's fine. Of course, mine are gold, but that's very close to the normal color anyway. So I wasn't thinking about wanting to do this one, but I'm loving this. And I know a perfect spot for this. So here is a little more rustic, traditional feel. And here is a very more traditional feel of what, like, this one's almost more English garden. And this is Pottery Barn. So tell me in the comments below, which do you prefer? Would you ever do this? Is there a better way to do this that you found? It's super simple. You really don't need very many tools, just stuff from the craft store and maybe some really cute vases to put them in as well. Thank you for joining, and be sure to check out my blog, thriftyandchic.com, for other tutorials and decor videos and everything like that. So I will see you guys soon.